Hey everybody, welcome to my stream. I'm DC. It's Friday, oh boy. I'm a TTRPG actual play producer and streamer, and well, obviously I'm a streamer. I talk about tech and do a bunch of stuff. Find it all on my website, dclasair.com, which is powered by Doros. It's a new link in bio site. If you use my affiliate link to check them out, and you like what you see, you can sign up for Doros Pro and use the discount code DC Lasair to get 30% off for 3 months. And they do share a little bit of that subscription back with me. Yay. All right. Who do we have in? Say hello to Brian. Hello. Let's hear Springleaf. Hi, JD Lady. Hello. Yeah, I think I saw Rex and Antiquated. Hello. Good to see you all here. All right. So today I will be taking questions on whatever you want today as well. It's kind of a light day. I was going to try to do a glitch thing, but that based on finite singularities video, which we'll get to in a moment. But we'll just talk about it, and then maybe next week I'll be set up to show off some neat glitch effects and how that all works. Okay. Oh, I was running a little behind today, so I was setting things up, and then I got kind of lost in thought, and like minutes passed. I'm like, oh, I should, turn things on and get ready to actually stream. That'd be fun. Stretching legs. Oh boy, that's better. All right, so today is Tech Friday. Yay! And we're going to cover the Elgato's Wavecast announcement. Go over some other apps besides Obsidian for Markdown. And my TTRPG Minimalist kit, because I have an update to that. And so I'll switch mics and then go over to where I usually have Gunpla, and you'll see a bunch of fancy things. So it'll be great. Yeah, that's the excuse. See, there's a preview. There's the folder that I use now. But we'll be going over all that in a bit. Whoop. First up, though, this should come up in full, right? Yeah! This Reddit post. Oh, hide that. Can I hide this? I don't know. This is the Zen browser. I'm not used to the Zen browser. But first up is the Elgato's Wavecast announcement. I think it's in like a beta form. You can find that link right there. And so let's go through it. As soon as I can hit the right button, that'd be great. There we go. All right. So they gave us a mega thread. And what this does is, if you have a dual PC setup, you can grab the audio from it and bring it through either wired Ethernet or Wi-Fi, and you can bring it to your other computer. As you can see, this PC, remote PC, right? Choose app audio output. So if you're interested, like I said, it's not done yet. They're still working on it, I believe. But if you want to play with it, you can sign up to do that. It claims low latency audio, one-click pairing, flexible routing. You can control from either PC, which is great. You can do custom network settings. Now here's where I think it'll be valuable, is the what's coming next. So when we get these things, mic return for voice chat on the gaming PC, route different apps to different outputs on the streaming PC. This here, Stream Deck integration. So if you run a dual PC setup, highly consider trying the beta. There's even the unlock code there and a link to download it. And requirements, you just need an Elgato Marketplace account for initial download only, Windows 11, 2 PCs on the same network, and Ethernet or Wi-Fi. So if you want to test that out, this might be a good option. And this is probably one of the easiest ways to bring audio if you're interested in a 2 PC setup for streaming. You know, have one PC take all the gaming pressure off of one PC, put it on another one, bring in the game and the audio from the other one, and then the other one just handles your stream. So, beta mega thread. So yeah, check it out. I don't have 2 Windows 11 PCs, so I can't try this, but if you do and try it, let me know how it goes. That'd be fun. All right, next up, finite singularity, who we've talked about a lot, and you know, you wouldn't see most of the stuff on my stream. Like this view here doesn't with the rounded corner thing and the shadow doesn't exist without finite singularity's plugin. But he released a video, and I'll send a link to it, of an OBS glitch effect. As you see right there, what it just did. And used a couple of tricks using the Move plugin and a couple other plugins. So if you're interested in how he got it to work, check that out. And then next, oops, that's the wrong link. Copy link address. Here you go. So if you want to do that, use that YouTube link I just put in chat. And yeah, it's really cool. You can do it with just text or video. And Finite's very good at explaining things. So just follow along. And like I said, next week I'll have some stuff set up and show it off as well. Okay. Now let's get into Markdown a little bit. Sorry, it went to an ad. Skip ad. Take that ad. Let's get rid of that window a second here. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Right button. Been talking about Markdown, and you know, sometimes you need to convert files over into Markdown. Well, there's a website that'll take care of that for you, and it's called Pandoc. Right there. And you have a bunch of options. And it lets you, gives you a simple syntax, conversion from, you know, arrow to the left, conversion from, arrow to the right, conversion to, arrow left and right, conversion from into. So you can convert from into Markdown and all these, you know, the lightweight markup formats, HTML formats, ebooks like EPUB, various document formats, all sorts of stuff. and it's very easy to figure out how to use. Like, I just click here, and oh, no, that's an explanation of Markdown. Sorry. That's not what I wanted. Back. So yeah, it gives you installing, search, documentation, all right here. How to do that, and that is pandoc.org. Which I thought was an amazing thing to do. And even convert to from Word documents, rich text, if you still use rich text or something, OpenOffice, LibreOffice. Lots of handy things. Here, this is a very useful site. Yeah, if you're thinking you need to convert a document, come here first before you find some other solution. It's really easy to use and lightweight. Fantastic. Check that out. Then I wanted to get a little bit into, I talked about Markdown and Obsidian a lot, but sometimes if you want to write in Markdown, maybe you don't want all the functionality Obsidian gives you. Maybe that's just too much. You know, I was looking for a Notion replacement, so Obsidian filled that need exactly, and I can just do all my Markdown stuff in Obsidian and set up vaults and everything like that. But there are other apps. You don't want to do all that. Like this one over there called Ghostwriter, which is can download for Windows or other platforms. As it says, distraction free, just right. They give you a light and a dark mode. Oh, yay. Dark mode. We love dark mode. I preview, easy navigation, focus mode. You can give it, gives you stats. You can export to multiple formats. And, free and open source. And you can find that right here. So that's great. I like that it's free. It's open source. It's on your machine. But there are other things like IA Writer. It's very important that you say IA because it isn't AI. It is IA Writer. It's a long-standing program. That's been around. You can download a free trial, and then you can buy it after your free trial. It's available Mac and Windows. And you can do some sort of like focus mode thing here. Which to me, focus modes are a little strange. Glad you said that because we are all triggered by, yep, that includes me. But IA I have heard of for many years before AI was a thing. So it's been around. It's just an unfortunate naming thing. It's been their brand for a long time. But yeah, you can use Markdown, link your notes, navigation history. Another program that Mac, Windows, iPhone, and iPad. I believe it started off as just a Mac app, but then it grew since 2012. So yeah, it's been around a while. So this is ia.net/writer. Again, be careful. It is not AI. There's a big difference here, but I've heard of this. Like I said, it's been around since 2012, and it's always been highly recommended. So if you want to, again, another one of those programs that just lets you write, and you don't want all the fancy stuff Obsidian offers, here's another one. The other one I hear mentioned a lot, which is web-based, is Typora, which is this site here. I just click to. I don't want to full screen it because it's not in a dark mode. So hopefully it's not too blinding. But again, distraction free. You know, maybe it'd be better if you can. Some of those words are small. Again, readable, writable, simple yet powerful. You know, all the common things. But you can add images, headers, tables. Tells you how it helps you focus on the content. Gives you all these fun things. Custom themes. There's a dark mode that their website it doesn't default to for some reason. And then, yeah, 15-day free trial for up to 3 devices, or $15 without tax. You can download it. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was web-based, but apparently that's not true. You can just download it. But this is another simple text editor that gives you a lot of formatting power and a lot of formats to go into, but also, more importantly, for our purposes, Markdown. Uses Markdown, which is great. So this has been recommended a lot on various posts and things that I've seen related to, hey, I'm looking for something to enter in Markdown in, and Typora is almost always somewhere in someone's list. And finally, we covered this before, but my last recommendation is that, and it's in beta now, but just regular old Notepad is getting an update so that it will support Markdown. That's here. Even Markdown support right there. There's bold and italic styling alongside hyperlinks, even Markdown. So yay. So if you just want to wait a bit and, you know, Notepad, if you have Windows 11, it's free. It's already on your system. I don't know when it'll come out for everyone, but if you're on one of those Windows beta tier things, whatever they call them, you can check that out now. And there's the article from The Verge that we're looking at. Oh, yeah, just a second. I need to. Sorry, had to look at something. It might have been a question. All right, we got that. And what time we got? Oh, we got lots of time. All right, so there's a bunch of tools. Again, Obsidian is a lot, and I realize that. And so I wanted to give you other things because I think Markdown is a great way to go if you're writing up documents and things like that. But you may not need the whole power of Obsidian at your fingertips. All right. Now I'll switch gears into some TTRPG things, and I'll get to my minimalist system in a moment because I want to switch my mics around and then go over there. But first, one day I'll learn where my buttons are. I had read about a game, and once I watched a YouTube video on it, my recommendations for videos to watch all became about this game. It's called Shadow Dark, and it came out last year, won a bunch of awards, and it takes it's considered what they call OSR or whatever that is. So it takes 5th edition and mashes some of the OSR stuff together into a really neat package. I bought the I did the Kickstarter, so I'll get the new book when that releases, but I got the PDF of the first book along with that. And so I read through the basic rules, and I'm like, this is really cool. It is basically a condensed version of 5th edition rules, along with some of the stuff people associate with OSR things, I suppose. And I'm really kind of excited by it. So here's the current website. Again, the Western Reaches is their current Kickstarter. It's already been fully funded, so but you can still pledging is still open to do it, or if you're just interested in the book. And they have all sorts of resources for you. It's very easy to run. Like I said, I've read through the majority of the initial book, the PDF. They have these zines which have other classes in them, and it kind of hits for me that space where I'm like, yeah, I've been kind of thinking about how to make a more simplified D&D version. You know, you kind of only need the pluses. You don't necessarily need the full score, and this kind of does that and hits that itch just right. It's a great mashup of things, and you all know I like my mashups of things. So yeah, and they do have let me give you their website if you want to check it out. Again, I don't know them, they don't know me. I just found it and went, hey, this is a neat system. I really want to play a game in it. Or run a game in it, because I'm more likely to run a game. And if you want to check out how to make a character, they do have this free character creator thing here, which, why is there not on a dark mode? It's their official online character creator, shadowdarklings.net. So there's that. So yeah, if you're looking for something that's quick to run and you're up for something a little lighter than 5e, give Shadow Dark a look. And then once I actually run it, I'll come back and be like, yeah, that was great, or not, see what my players think. There's a lot to like, and I don't want to go too far into it. Just something. If you're looking for something a little lighter than 5th edition, but you still kind of want some of the things of 5th edition, check this out. It might be right for you. Normally, I don't even pay attention to OSR things and stuff, but this won a lot of awards. I'm like, okay, and it says it's a kind of a mashup between modernizing those OSR ideas, that's old school revival things, and 5th edition, and yeah, it is, and it's really effective, I think. And quick note on that, I saw some reviews of this game, and I saw one person, and this is something you shouldn't do. This is more like don't do this type thing. Absolutely trashed the game in their post. Not only that, but kept calling the game a name, making fun of it. They even thought it was so bad they didn't even want to name it properly. And just completely is wrecked on the creator and on the game itself. And I'm like, what are you doing? This is not a good review. It's just hate in a condensed form, you know? So don't do that. I can understand if it's not your thing, that's fine. But whatever it is, if you don't like it, fine. But this was just absolute vitriol and completely unnecessary for all the things. So yeah, just be aware if you do type in Shadow Dark reviews, there are a few out there which are very negative, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's because, one, it was created by a woman, or two, because it goes away from solid OSR aesthetics. I wouldn't be surprised that was either of those things, and not really the issue they were talking about at all. So brief commentary in there. All right, let me switch my mics around, and we will go into my new setup, because you know what I did. You know what I did. This still has a charge in it from Gunpla Day. Yeah, it's still charged. Imagine that. So yeah, but going back to Shadow Dark real quick, something positive. I do have a story arc all in my head for it, probably 6 sessions or so. A session being 2 to 3 hours each. And yeah, I want to see how that goes. All right, let me put this mic on without you having to hear rustling and all that. So there'll be silence for a moment. Ooh. Let's go over here. Oops. Keep hitting the wrong button for this stuff. All right. You go away. You come on down. There we go. And while you're waiting, let me pull up what folder this is. Again, this is JetPens. Of course it is. Let me do a quick thing here so I can grab it from my order history. And also, by going over there, I don't have to worry about my green screen. Might have a box coming from JetPens. Ooh, do you care to share what kinds of things you're getting in the box? Because it's JetPens and I'm nosy. If not, that's okay too. I don't. Let's see here. My orders. So proud to say one of them is a bottle of ink replacing one I've used 95% of. Yay! All right, so here's the folder. It is, I lost how to say the company, but the Novita Alpha Expandable Clear Book A4. Other things were justified to get $35 free shipping. Yay. Exactly. That's always one of those things on JetPen's order. It's like, oh, but if I just spend a little more, I get free shipping. And then you have more stuff from JetPens, but you got free shipping, right? They only had 3 bottles of the Inkla. I'm nervous it was discontinued. Yeah. A good choice. All right, so there's the folder that I use, and I'll go through the system and how it all works and why I switched up in just a second. So let me switch my mics. You got a pretty folder to look at, and I'll be right back with you over there in just a moment. Let's full screen this. Bam! Yeah, check that out. All right, you should be able to hear me. Okay, yay! I can do a thing. That's awesome. Hit a button. All right. See you over on the other side in just a moment. Take my handy pop with me, because I have to once again avoid avoid pit traps. Oh, I put spikes in. I forgot. I switched from lava to spikes. That's neat. All right. So the binder I put a link to. Oh, let me pull up chat real quick here, so I can see what you're all talking about. All right, where's the pop out button? Pop out chat. Yeah. Wrong spot. Over there. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is the Novita Alpha. There's the handy little thing. Now you see these tabs sticking out here. And these are another JetPen order, the TAC memos. They're just long post-it notes essentially. See? And then you peel it off here. It just peels right off like that. Very handy. But they are my tabs. I may switch to plastic tabs, but you know, I have a lot of these. So 4 colors, 2 yellows. Get 5 hole pads. Use tabs like that for chore bounty thing. Neat. So when I did this with my other system, you saw these. So I have this one here is for what you can do with an action. And again, these are using my TTRPG resource sheets. Each insert comes with this front sheet. I don't know if I should just peel this off, you know, like take a cutting thing and peel it off or leave it on. I suppose it's extra protection for something, but you can't put anything in the top here. I tried before I realized this is just a cover sheet. This is not a sheet you can put things in. I spent like 5 minutes figuring that out. Okay, so we're moving on from that. Don't put things in, right? Hey, Finite. Welcome on in. I just talked about and linked to your excellent glitch video, which probably next week I will be following your instructions and doing it myself because I have ideas. The sheet is like the door challenge in any TTRPG, right? So here I have, again, this is D&D 5th edition. I think you are one of about 17 people who actually watched it. Oh, come on. It's a great video. Well done. Y'all should really check it out. It's great. And check out all Finite Singularities things. So again, this is my D&D 5th edition cheat sheets. So what you can do with an action. And so I made a table and I used colors. And these are available as a PNG, and I believe I also made all of these in, yeah, all these are available as Markdown as well. But before I made the Markdown, I had already printed these out, and there's holes in them because if you remember the last folder, I had to punch holes in them, put them in. But, so we'll go through real quick, and my condition sheets. Right, all in plastic folders. Weapon mastery stuff. Tools. And this is all from the D&D 5th edition SRD 5.2, which you can download for free and use as you need. And then my adventure, again, all in Markdown, all in Obsidian. Again, so I printed off with the Markdown still there, which I'm fine with. And then I have room to grow so that if my laptop that I take with me failed, I have the monsters printed out or maybe a map. I could put them in here. And what I like about this folder specifically is that it's A4, which isn't quite the same as US letter size, but it still fits our 8.5 by 11 paper. So it's excellent for that. And this is a real easy system. The plastic, you get 12 of these in one. This came with 2 packages of sheets, and you get 12 of these. And again, like here's another sheet, can't do anything with. Here's another 12 sheets I can put in. I bought an extra pack and this zipper pocket. And what I wanted to show you is these here are great. This is how you slide the things in and out. Now you can fit total of 6 things in here. So I can fit 5. Since I have the zipper pocket, I'm taking up one of these with that. So I could fit 5 packs of 12 sheets in here. And then I'd have both front and back, because I usually print on both sides of the paper. And that's over 100 sheets of paper. I should be set for most any adventure I make or print out. Right? So here I have my field notes guide. I have some pens. I have the, down here off screen, I have the monster card. I can't move this too much because my Gundam models are like right here and I'll bump into them. But basically, there's I don't know how well you can see it, but there's like a little lip right here. So if you take these out, you kind of got to push up a little. But these slide right out, real easy. And then you take it and you just slide it in. It's locked in place. This isn't going anywhere, right? Like, I tip it upside down. Nothing's falling out. See, nothing fell out. The field notes book move. I have field notes. I have the pens that you see. And I have the initiative cards I made for monsters and my players. And so I just have a set of these right in here too. And so yeah, this is the current system. It's really, really handy. I used it the last time I ran. And it came in very handy. So yeah, hopefully you either get inspired, or if you want to, use the same stuff, well, now you have links to the same stuff. But I really like this folder. This plastic is very sturdy. I love it. You can bend it a little bit. It's like bend and will not break type stuff. Everything feels well protected too. And if I wanted to, I could even make a little sheet. And so when I'm done with, when I'm done with the campaign or I'm using another TTRPG, I can just pull these right out and put in my notes for the other TTRPG I'm playing, right? So if I did a Draw Steel campaign, that's going to look different, or Daggerheart, or even Shadow Dark. So yeah, that's the system. That's what I like about this. I might try to fit a dice set into this pocket, but why I like about this is if I fit just a dice set in here, that might work. Not sure. But then essentially I have the notebook to write things down in, and if I had a dice set and I print off any rules I think I need that I don't need to look up, the stuff I have memorized. This is for stuff that I always forget or is just a lot for my brain. And so I have a folder with here, and this I could just take this with me to run a game. That'd be great. But I have other things I like, so I need more of a bag to carry other stuff with me. But yeah, I thought this is great. So that's what I use. If you do something similar, let me know. Oh, you can see the reflection of the light in there. Yeah. Oh, and if you missed it, for Gunpla, just because we're here, last Wednesday, I formed the head. And this is the from Gundam GQ, as we call it here, thanks to Springleaf. And then next week, when we get back into Gunpla, we'll go into the body and all of that. All right, let me go back over there. All right. Hey, welcome back. So the head is heading on out. Bye. Okay. That was fun. All right. So questions. If you have any, let me know, because we have time to talk about stuff. And we'll go to break in a couple minutes. And then again, when we come back, it will be the relax, wind down time. Everything. If there's something you want to go over, let me know. And then we just, look at tech news. Or if you have tech news you'd like to share, go for it. There's something that came up this week. You go, wait, this was cool. You didn't see this. And feel free to talk about it and post, and we'll talk about it. Yeah. And or if you want to talk about jet pens more, because I will always talk about stationery and pens and things like that. That'd be great. Let's see here. And just going to close down some tabs here. Don't need this up anymore. I can close. Look at me being like almost efficient. That's weird. Who does that anymore? Don't need that tab open. Closing tabs. What am I? What have I done to myself? Right. And if you want to talk more about Shadow Dark, we can do that as well. I'm really excited about trying that system out. But let's take a break. And I'll run some ads to keep pre-rolls away. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. And we'll get to that comment when we come back. Thanks, JD Lady. Be right back. I don't know. I don't know what I can do that would be... That's gonna top the Meat Wizard. Those were words I said. Don't clip that. Anyway. So, how about that tech? And with that, his size grows to 10 feet. His skin becomes a flaky crust. Skeletal wings of butter spread out from his back. And a rolling pin of necrotic energy forms in his hand.
Choices were made, and we respect.
Wow.
The pie missiles go from 2 to 4. There's 2 below his arms, 2 above.
Tyrion just turns to Punk and says, "I did warn you."
Question.
Yes.
Does this count as a humanoid dying?
No.
Just changing form. Dagnabbit, okay.
This was his magical girl transformation sequence. So.
Oh.
Oh! Well, there I go, blowing myself up again. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Oh my. That's a bottle full of nope.
An arcane beast?
No, that's a bottle full of nope. Like a big heaping mound full of nope.
What if you were someone who gave names to such things? Would you call this cake?
The cake boss.
I hate it here. I'm leaving.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody. That's it. I'm out.
Who's gonna?
Just no.
First, we're going to start with a simple demonstration. DC, red. DC, red. Hat, no hand. None. Hat, no hand. That concludes our demonstration. Now we'll start with the full. The first one. Welcome everyone to twitch.tv/DC Lasair, where you'll have more fun than a slice of bread. Guaranteed. No, I'm not holding myself up by my hair. This is a slice of bread, not actually me. It's not wearing a hat. So, coming to you live from the command center, it's me. Take it away. Me. Hey everybody. Glad you're all here. That's the new ability I got for beating the boss. Oh. Oh no, you're up. Yeah. Check this out. Look at her. She's on a broom, flying around, just shooting balls everywhere. Take that as you will. I can walk right into death and nothing happens. That's how broken this currently is. You gave me the implement of destruction and placed smashable object in eternity. I didn't mean to do it. Yes, I did. I just thought that's what I was supposed to do. Exactly. It is what you're supposed to do. And with that, his size grows to 10 feet. His skin becomes a flaky crust. Skeletal wings of butter spread out from his back. And a rolling pin of necrotic energy forms in his hand.
Choices were made, and we respect them.
Wow.
The pie missiles go from 2 to 4. There's 2 below his arms, 2. All right, welcome back, everybody. How y'all doing? Thanks for sticking around. All right, just before we went to break, JD Lady posted someone in one of Discord's got a little pocket notebook system that's apparently quite a lot like Plotter, but maybe not quite as nice leather, much less expensive. Ooh, keep an eye out for further review and share. Yay! So the other day, and if you want access to my Discord, all you have to do is subscribe to me on Ko-Fi or Patreon, or subscribe to my Twitch channel, and let me know you want into the Discord, and I'll send you a link. But and I think I talked about this the other week. Let's see if I can remember where those links are. But I was talking about replacing my wallet with something that I could keep cards in, had some paper and a pen loop with it, and also fit in my pocket. And so there were 2 options. Don't worry, this all relates. It's just a bit of a journey. So I found this. And I found plotterusa.com as well. Also has it. And they do cost a bit of money, but JD Lady also mentioned that Latia, I know Latia posted this, and JD Lady brought it to my attention. This video here about a little traveler's notebook and using that same size. I was considering putting in my pocket for a wallet and everything, but for Dungeons and Dragons. And I have to say, if I was just a player in a game, I would probably do this. So there's a YouTube video going over it, what they are. But if I'm DMing, I'm going to use the system I made because I need the bigger pages. But if I want to keep character stuff nice and compact, I'd probably look for something like this. Traveler's, yeah, there's also the Traveler's Journal ones, which have similar sizes, but have bands instead of rings. And Traveler's Notebooks are made by the same company as Plotter. Yeah. So yeah, if you're interested in any of that, check it out. And please share that when that person gives a review, because I'm still looking into these mini notebook things. Because sometimes pulling out my phone and typing a note is a little inconvenient. If I had just something I fit in my pocket that had a pen attached, I could pull out, write down the note real quick. That'd be perfect. Because as much as I use my phone, sometimes it's not the most convenient device to take a note with. To have pockets that a phone or notebook could fit inside. Oh, right? Yes. Make sure you have clothing with pockets that can fit things in there. I usually go for cargo pants and things, so I like multi-pocket to keep stuff in. I'm multi-pocketed. Some people are multifaceted. I'm multi-pocketed. Yeah. So if I settle on something, I'll let you know, and then we'll, you know, let you share those things. But yeah, they're people who make clothes. Everyone deserves pockets. Pockets that fit things. All right. All right. And earlier, before the break, I was talking about my TTRPG resources, and you saw some of them in action in my folder over there. You can find them all at this link. Yay! I look forward to seeing the pics of your setup. So yeah, if you want any of those, and some of those are available in Markdown, but they're all there under that link. And in fact, all my TTRPG resources for whatever game will eventually appear at that link. It's amazing. So keep that URL bookmarked, and when I come up with something new, you'll also find a link to it there. Just like my blog post. It's dclasair.com/blog. All you need, they're all there. All right. So let's get into some wind down. Again, topics are open. More JetPen stuff, notebooks, anything interesting. If you've done something cool in OBS, if you've used one of Finite Singularity's plugins, want to talk about it, let me know. Otherwise, let's put on a little music as we wind down your weekend. If there's anything interesting here. Oh, what's this? Netflix will start showing traditional broadcast channels next summer. What? World's largest streaming provider announced today that starting next year, all Netflix subscribers in France will be able to watch broadcast channels from TF1 Group. Okay, so that's in France. That is, even though it's in France, that is an interesting, development. I wonder if something like that would ever come here. But here's the article in Ars Technica. Again, it'll only be in France. I wouldn't be surprised if that's kind of a test rollout for them. All right, what else we have? There is a Prime Day coming up next month. There's some early deals out, so if you want to save yourself some monies. There are many articles about deals. Wild that we are just going back to cable packages. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Like, you know, we kind of have our own streaming packages that aren't maintained anywhere, but, you know, we have an account for this thing, this thing, this thing, and, you know, using multiple services, we spend so much a month. Is that more or less than cable? And like, yeah, I mean, I don't watch regular TV anymore. Everything I see is streamed, unless I, you know, go visit my parents and watch their TV for a while. But I'm just watching stream stuff. And YouTube. A lot of YouTube videos. YouTube's a good place for rabbit holes. But it shows that streaming doesn't make money, because why would streaming morph to traditional broadcasting? Yeah. Mom's got YouTube TV. It's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, I have aunt and uncle that went into YouTube TV. And, well, this was a couple years ago before the price hike, so I don't know if they still have it. But they really enjoyed it. Too. They're like, it has everything to do, and we're still paying less than what we did for cable. So, yeah, that's good enough for us. YouTube TV is really nice. Yeah, and when I look at articles about streaming and various TVs, streaming TV, traditional TV-like experiences, YouTube TV is always on the list, always ranked up there. As a matter of fact, let's take a look here. Speaking of, Engadget happens to have an article that they posted earlier today about this very thing, and their prime recommendation, best live TV streaming service overall, is YouTube TV. Oddly enough, there's what they recommend. Best live TV streaming service for sports is Fubo. You know, live TV streaming service for Disney Plus or Hulu subscribers is Hulu Plus Live TV. Then there's, you know, cable without contract and their best customizable live TV streaming service. So you can take a look at those, and yeah, the advantage, one of the big advantages YouTube TV has is that they usually have your local channels, and that's real important to be able to get those. If I need a local channel, I have an HD antenna, and so I'm just, you know, positioning the antenna. I'm doing the rabbit ears motion. It's not necessarily a rabbit ear thing. It's more like this. But yeah, so I can still see local channels. You just have Hulu with live TV before the price increase. It's not bad, but YouTube TV is better. Awesome. Yeah, so I'm using streaming services and then an HD antenna. Which is neat. And I like some of the free services like Pluto TV is probably my favorite. It just has replays of older shows and things like that, and sometimes I find a marathon of something, and $83 per month is a lot. It is, but oddly enough, depending on your cable or satellite provider, it's still less than that in some instances. Yes, I mean, even with the streaming stuff, we can wind up paying way more than our cable bill and stuff like that. But yeah, I really like Pluto TV, mainly because you can find the, you know, all this channel, and it just plays that. It just plays that, that show, you know, for 24 hours, 7 days a week. So you can just watch it. And I love that. Let's see. Your mom was paying like $100. You get your news from animals of the forest talking to the trees. Amazing. Still cheaper just put more money towards the internet package, right? Like, I got a lucky break in that I had a separate fiber company come in, and I was able to get fiber line into my home and pay way less for internet service than I was through AT&T, and get ridiculous speeds. Yeah, right now, paying less than for coax and so fast. Yeah. It's amazing. It's also amazing that coax cable can still be really relevant. Paying less than for, yeah. But yeah, so Pluto TV is sort of my, is there really nothing else I want to watch? And then I go to my Pluto TV and see if there's, you know, some show that I liked and they're just running episodes, so I'll put that on and we'll watch them. Or, you know, maybe they're playing some obscure show I hadn't seen before, so I'll watch like 3 episodes in a row. But lately my viewing is, well, Amazon Prime, because I had to watch Gundam GQ. Let's see here. But out of Crunchyroll, Acorn TV, and BritBox are sort of my main things right now that I'm watching. I still have my Netflix account too. All right, let's look at one more tech site here. Let's see here. Speaking of shows coming back, Sakamoto Days comes back. I think maybe early next month, sometime next month. Okay. Let's see here. You have Amazon Prime and need to add Hulu for a month so I can watch the latest season of Shorzy. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to catch up with Shorzy. Mostly watch Twitch and YouTube. Only TV I watch is when visiting mom, and then sometimes while having dinner, I'll watch either Welcome to Wrexham or repeats of The Office for the 400th time, right? Like, you got your shows you're always going to watch. Yeah, I mean, I should say this is on top of Twitch and YouTube watching what I said earlier. So, because amazingly, I watch a lot of Twitch and YouTube. I know that might be hard for you to believe. GF has Netflix, so between us, we are pretty much covered. Well as Dropbox and Twitch and YT Habits, yeah. Drop out, not okay, got it, yeah. I was about to ask. Yeah, work brain and fun brain got a signal cross there, right? Understood. Okay, that's an old article. Oh yeah. Tomorrow, Saturday, June 21st, is free RPG day. So go to your local hobby shop and, purchase something from them, but also check out what they have for free RPG days. I was like, wow, my Dropbox yells at me for my friend's TTRPG PDFs. You must have lots of space. Yeah, I have all my PDFs in cloud storage, which is convenient so that when I'm, wherever I am, I could just go, hey, I want to read this TTRPG. I know, amazing, me read TTRPGs. What's that about? But like, all those itch bundles where you could get like 50 RPGs, and then the other books I've purchased, I just all put them in a folder and organize them, and I can go, yeah, I want to read this today, or here's a one-page system I haven't tried yet. But yeah, free RPG day is this weekend. Specifically, it's tomorrow. Go check it out. What we Oh, there is quite a thing. Lots here. Over 35 free offerings to choose from. Oh, maybe I have to go to a couple hobby stores. Or maybe these will be available online. Because there's a 3 adventure bundle from Ghostfire Gaming. Easium's gonna have some stuff. The Expanse. There'll be a Dragon's Bane adventure from Free League. Legend in the Mist. Not familiar with Legend in the Mist. Oh yeah, that'll be on Drive Through RPG. The Marvel Multiverse role-playing game will have something. Oh, an adventure. Okay. Pathfinder. Root RPG. Which is another game I really want to run for people sometime, because it's another one of those where I have a story idea, and again, probably like 6 to 8 sessions, and then it'd be done. But I really like Root as well. Let's see here. Thunder Road, Vendetta, Well of Shadows from Cobalt Press. Tales of the Valiant Adventure. And then a bunch of other things. Wow, there's a lot. So yeah, check out your local game store or look for online deals from, you know, Modifius or anywhere you usually get your TTRPGs from. Oh, there are some physical items. Baldur's Gate, the Emperor exclusive miniature from WizKids. Dispelled Dice has a Deep Sea D20. An Emergency D20 scratch-off card from Foam Brain Games. Oh, neat! Hank the Ranger pin from Serious Dice. Awesome. From the cartoon. And then if you want to find out more about free RPG Day events near you, it's freerpgday.com. You can look up and see if there's anything for you. There's also, in my city, there's also a Pride event. And the comic book shop and the Pride event aren't that far from each other. They're within walking distance. So maybe if the heat's not too bad, I go a little later in the day. Once the heat decides to calm down, I can hit both things. What else do we have here? Oh, hey, Dark Horse announces first D&D comic, Dungeons & Dragons: The Fallbacks. First comic series for Ragtag Group from a 2024 novel. That's cool. So there's all the info about that. Neat. What else we have here? Wait, what is this? A cat tabletop RPG to... perfect cat tabletop RPGs, more than one, to play while your real kitty is sleeping. What is going on here? Is there... Magical kitties save the day. That sounds amazing. Time Tales, Tails. Secret of Cats. Aw. Didn't know there were so many. I mean, there's like 5 here, but they involve kitties. So, you know, there you go. This is a bit outside TTRPGs, but it is board game, but it sounds amazing. Take a look here. 5 players, age 14 plus. It is called Emberleaf. Currently got started on Kickstarter. But you play cute forest person, you know, critter, like a little mouse person. And you build. So here is the article on Bells of Lost Cells. This sounds fun. 1 to 5 players. Yay! That means I'll be able to play it. I rarely play board games, and there's very few board games I actually like playing. And then getting my friends together for a board game can be kind of a pain. Like, we get together to play TTRPGs more than we do board games. So that's just who we are as a small group of people. But sometimes there are board games where I'd be like, that looks like fun. Okay, wrap that up. What time we got? Oh, we got a lot of time. All right. So, I don't know what I'm having for supper tonight. This is where I'm at in my brain. Oh, there was something else I wanted to look at. But I am kind of feeling like tacos tonight. I thought they were having a sale. Thought Drive-Thru RPG was having a sale today. Maybe it starts this weekend. Tacos, yeah, right? Now there's the place near me that just reopened that probably does the best tacos in town, but they tend to be busy, and you know, they're a bit farther away than other taco places that are really good as well. All right, don't see anything. All right, nothing's. I thought I saw something where Drive-Thru was having a big sale. Maybe it's just not on yet. see. Part of me wants to just get tacos and nachos and call it an evening. And go get my haircut tomorrow. And then, you know, travel for free TTRPG day. I gotta go to my comic book store anyway because I need to pick up the comics that I ordered. And they're my RPG place as well. Again, all depending on the heat. Since the Pride Fest is all outside. Comics and RPGs in the same store, right? Weirdness, I know. I hate it when I don't remember what I logged in with. Probably this one, right? Alright, I'm seeing if this thing. Alright, a friend of mine submitted a new review for me on my Start Playing thing, and I need to start advertising my Start Playing games again. So now I should be searchable in their database. Should be able to look up DC Lasair and find me and the games I'm running. And might be adjusting a few things about those, but yeah, because you know, there's only a few things I'm good at, and I would like people to play my games. Where is my... Where's the link thing? Where'd that go? Oh, or my profile. All right. So there's my link. Yeah, 5 reviews. Yay. So yeah, I should be searchable in their things, or you can just go to that link there. And find all my stuff. All right, I'm reading the review one of my other players left for me. So awesome. All right. Yay. Okay. Awesome. And I need to get on the promotion train. Be like, play my games, please. Speaking of promotion trains, I don't believe I mentioned my Gen Con panel yet today. So I'll be at Gen Con. my panel's gonna be the best hour of the con, so come see it. There's all the info you need. And that handy dandy link right there. And Cypher of Tyr announced today that she will also be at Gen Con. Yay. And let's see, how many tickets do I have left? Oot. Yeah. So I have about half the tickets to my panel have sold out. So yay. Too far away, but I hope you all have fun. Yeah, thank you. So that also means the end of July, the start of August, you're not going to see any streams from me for those days because I'll be in Indianapolis at Gen Con. I should be getting in that Wednesday, and then I'll be there at least through the Sunday. Maybe not leave until Monday. Don't quite remember how long we got the hotel for. Pose as a good enough excuse. Excellent. You'll also be vacationing with your family, so that works out for me. Yeah, excellent. Enjoy your vacation. When, you know, in another month or so. It seems far away, but it'll be quick. I need to update my slides for my presentation for my producer panel, and I still need to make another online version of that panel as well. Probably something I do live so I can have questions and question and answer time. I'll have to think about that. Set that up. I'm also looking at, because I'm doing absolutely everything in Obsidian, well, except for some things where it doesn't make sense to use Obsidian, because I'm still using Canva for a lot of stuff, you know, graphic design, things like that. You can make slide presentations in Obsidian. And I'm like, wait, can I move, you know, how do I get a kind of what I'm doing in PowerPoint feel in Obsidian? Can I do that? I'm like, that would be amazing. And it's real easy to make slides in Obsidian. If you don't want any sort of backgrounds or anything on there, real easy to make slides. Because it's a core plugin, right? And so, I'll just show you. And hopefully I'm remembering everything correctly. Yeah, I'll just use my main vault. So, my main vault right there. I just created this. I did get Obsidian Sync so that if I do put a note on my phone or need something to eventually go in Obsidian, I can do that in this vault. So this is like my vault where I just store, it's not particular to any one thing, just where most of the stuff needs to go. I organize later. Oh, and that's another thing of my TTRPG system. Eventually, all those notes I take in that field notes book will make their way into Obsidian because that's where I keep track of everything. So eventually the physical stuff becomes digital because it's way easier for me to do that. But if we go into my vault here, let's see, can I mark up this? There's the capture. There we go. I can show you the holes. All right, so yeah, that's my vault. As you can see, I have my blog posts. I use the Obsidian web clipper. So clipping, all the web clippings go into the clippings folder, personal notes, research, then I make templates to use. It's all right here. But anyway, slides. So first, go down the bottom here and let's turn on a little dot. So down here to this little gear. Then core plugins. And make sure slides is on. And create a presentation by using dash 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 to separate slides. So yeah, that's pretty much all you do. And look, the apps for Markdown that I used earlier, all those links. And it goes back to the list of links, which is, and then here's for my Markdown article that is up on my blog. So I can backlink things. I like that. But yeah, these are all the links for Markdown. And then I click this, and this goes to the apps for Markdown notes. And they're separate notes, but they're all just hanging out here, right? They don't have to be organized because I have my list of links. If I need a link, if I need a link for a blog post, it's going to be in here and organized by subject title. And then I just make backlinks to it. But that's separate from what I wanted to show off. So let's do a new note. Let's see here, Control N. All right. So a slide. Springleaf. I still haven't found a good method to go from physical to digital. Yeah, finding something that works for you is. So let's do a 2 heading. This is my best slide ever, clearly. And then 3 dashes. No, this one. 3 dashes. And I have a slide. I have 2 slides. I've just made 2 slides. Do I gotta put the dashes on top? Oh, I don't remember. So then, I don't even know how to activate this. Look at me. But that's the basics. That's all you need to do is put in a title, do the 3 dashes, put another title, and then if you activate this as a slideshow, they'll go, oh, that's slide 1, that's slide 2. I just forgot how to activate it as a slideshow, though. Let's see here. Let's go to the slides. Oh, you know what? I have slash commands. Start presentation. Ta-da! This is my best slide ever. No, this one. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's all you need to do in Obsidian to make slideshows. Now adding backgrounds and other fancy things to them, that's a completely different problem. There is a couple of community plugins that I think will solve that. I'm still looking into those. But yeah, if you just want to put up text, just type whatever. Oops, wrong dash. 3 dashes. And when you activate the slideshow, I should make this a hotkey so I can do this. You know, my best slide ever. No, this one. And then just random stuff. And then, oh, did I type? Oh, slash slide made it into the slideshow. That was weird. Let's try that again. Oh, this one. Yep. I don't know why that happened, but anyway, yeah, you can just make it, I should really just make a hotkey so I can activate it and not worry about typing in commands and then that way. But yeah, otherwise, and if you don't start the slideshow, it treats this as a regular, line to mark it, and I'm in heading 2 because I did two hash marks. And then I show this off in my blog post, but yeah, if you want headings all the way down to heading 6, but here's heading 4. Right. Anyway, while I'm thinking about it, the backlink thing is pretty easy to do when you want to link to another note within a note. All you have to do is use double brackets. So say I want my Markdown, or like I have my Markdown main article up here, right? Say I want the article, this is the article I'm working on, Obsidian and TTRPGs. That'll be maybe next week. So you just go bracket, bracket, and notice it already populates a menu of everything in the vault. And I can just click that and be done. Or I could have done bracket, bracket, typed in the name, and then ended it with 2 brackets. And now I have a backlink. So yeah, oh, and if you wanted to do hotkeys, I believe that's just, since it's a core plugin, slides, you hit this little plus icon, and you can start, I can hit this to add, customize the command, and then I'll hit some hotkeys and it'll start the slide presentation for me. And as long as they're not the same hotkeys as something else, I'll be fine. Yeah, so I was looking at community plugins the other day and just, typed in slides, and like, I think advanced slides hasn't been updated in 2 years. I don't think it's going to be updated anymore. So slides extended, if I'm right, is sort of the new fork of that, updated 21 days ago. So if you're looking at Obsidian, try the slides extended thing if you want to do slides. And then there's MARP slides, whatever those might be. Yeah, slide extended. Allows you themes and things like that. That's cool. But yeah, here's a look at my... Oh, we can get rid of the slideshow slide. It won't. But this is what my vault looks like, where I put all my notes. This isn't TTRPG notes. Don't go here unless it's a note about a TTRPG, but my campaign, or I should say my campaign notes don't go in here because my campaigns have separate vault. So I just created a main vault that I can use as a ground for, here's a thought. I don't know where I'm going to organize it yet, but here's a thought. It goes here. Or it may not. Or if I'm down a rabbit hole, I have this research thing. And then any interesting articles I can put in here, and then I can organize later should I decide to do that. But yeah, if I can figure out backgrounds in slideshows, I may make my slideshow with Obsidian and use that at Gen Con for my presentation. All right, let's see here. Any other questions or anything else anyone wants to talk about? We have a few minutes left. I'll see if there's anyone we can send some raid love over to. Oops, sorry, I hit my button. I didn't mean to hit the button, but go to my website. It's great. You'll like it. Fun. This has been great. Thank you for the stream. All right. Let's see here. Anybody on we can go over, say hello to. You know, we'll go right into fair bear. We haven't rated into fair for a while. So we're gonna go right fair. So thank you for being here, everybody. I'll be back Monday. We'll continue our journey in Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Maybe we'll get a few answers instead of more plot that leads to more questions. That'd be amazing. And then also on Monday, if I get anything from Free RPG Day, I'll show it off then. And also, I'm getting a fancy haircut tomorrow, so you know, I'll look spiffy. Spiffy's a good word. All right, so have a great weekend. Please be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and stay tuned for the raid. I'll see you all Monday. Bye.